The shit is live. The shit is live online. I just gotta figure out what the sound is like. Cause the sound is awful. Yo. Yeah. That's for the giveaway though. I'm doing all this shit while trying to fucking stream live and shit.
On your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up fourth. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be 34 yards on the return as he's... And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And he motions the wide receiver. Again, it's Tomlinson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct? I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
That's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward. Bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
This is taken at the 15. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go play action here on first down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Here's Luck now on second down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Off of play action, Luck. Now he'll escape to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, this is an example of good defense here. He's got nobody open down the field, so he does the right thing and tries to check it down to his running back out of the backfield. But a lot of times, you just expect the safety valve to be open. And here, that's not the case, and it turns into an interception.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. First down, Rodgers. And he checks this one down to LT out of the backfield. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make it a second down. Play fake. Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it in for the touchdown.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's San Antonio football here. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll go again to McCoy. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. From the gun, here's Luck. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there on third down. 56 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And McCoy loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have to the football, I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And Butker able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should estimate, because come back.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did. It worked, but you...
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was 35. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll run the end around. This is Cooks. Past the 20. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Throwing his lock, flush to his right. His pass caught at the 4. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Hunter Henry, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out to the left here to Reed. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second down following the run. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Champ Bailey. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it.
And he's taken down deep in their territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Out of the gun, Luck. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Demarius. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He'll get this only back to the 20. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On second down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Drops this off to Tomlinson, complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now it's Rodgers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up fourth.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. On 2nd down, here's Love. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Night Train Lane. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Six yards to go here on 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it's definitely an or not.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And Too Tall Jones in there to get him for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on second down is Locke. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the 50, it's Locke. Steps away. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. Tenth carry now for McCoy. And he's got room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 28 yards. And his guys are going to take the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Throwing now, Luck. Going up top. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll look to throw. Throw it right side. That's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Aaron Rodgers so cool in these situations, but he's got to get his guys moving.
Yeah, they have to be able to have that urgency while still keeping their cool.
Back to throw. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So the offense has it 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Moss. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Second down now after the pass completion. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Rodgers to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Now's a good chunk of yardage picked up there. And the big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline, because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.